The
Quakes started off their week with a road trip to the Mile High City to take on the Colorado Rapids at Invesco Field. The game marked the final match of the grueling 4-game road trip for the Quakes, in which they logged over 14,000 miles. Coming off a loss to DC United, the Quakes wanted to get off to a fast start. Colorado native Brian Mullen helped them do just that in the 20th minute in front of his hometown fans.
Brian Mullen runs up two players. Mullen strikes. Goal!
It's a great feeling. It's my my first goal ever in Major League Soccer in Colorado, coming home. So, as the ball was rolling towards me, I faked into the left, and Richie Cacho bit on it and pushed it by him and just hit it to the far post. And luckily, it was just hard enough to get by Joe.
We had a good positive start, good aggressive start, and I felt that 1-0 after 20 minutes was something that we were looking to do because, I think we had the first goal tonight. I think we'd be in good shape because I thought we would hold the ball well, and I think we did that.
The visitors took a 1-0 lead into the half, thanks to some good defending and goalkeeping by the Quakes. Kinnear's squad came out of the locker room with a vengeance as they took their best shot at former San Jose goalkeeper Joe Cannon.
Every minute of all 19. Here comes De Rosario. Runs toward the 18. Leaves it in front for Chung, and he misses it badly. What a run up the left side. San Jose steals it away. Ronald Cerritos leaves it for a trailing Chung. Chung drives the ball to the left post, and Cannon makes another play on Chung.
The first thing I wrote on the board today was passing and moving. Because when we do that, we're a very hard team to defend, I think. Any team.
In the second half, after we came in 1-0, we said, let's just try to move the ball as much as possible and, let the ball do the running. And we did that in the second half, and it definitely paid off for us to, move the ball as much as possible from left to right and created spaces in their defense.
He's a good goalkeeper. You just got to keep shooting, and at least something's got to go in. You just got to keep shooting. Excellent save. I thought it was going in. He pulled out a great save, one-hander. And, I didn't want him to do that again, so I went to the other post.
Mark Chung gave the Quakes that mile-high feeling as he punished his former team in the 73rd minute.
Leaves the ball for Chung. Third time's a charm. Goal! Mark Chung goal! San Jose!
It was good. It was great, yeah. Again, this thing about this team is goals come from everybody. The forwards are scoring, and backs are scoring, midfielders. It's not just one person, and it's hard to defend when you have 7-8 guys scoring, that possibility of scoring. So for me, it was my day today, and Brian Mullen's, and it was just a great feeling to come back here and score.
Well, basically, I want to split them, and I saw them kind of hesitate, and I figured that was my chance to make that penetrating run through the middle, and then I saw Chungy in the corner of my eye making that wing down the wing, and I laid it off to him, and he had a great finish, and it was a beautiful finish, and it was very important because that was the game.
Just as the Quakes appeared to be headed to another victory, controversy reared its ugly head with just under 10 minutes remaining.
Down goes one of those players. Down goes one of those players, and now it looks like they've awarded a penalty kick to Colorado only after Figueroa complained about it. Jean-Philippe.
Well, I guess for me, whether it's a penalty or not, that's tough to tell from where I am. But at the same time, I've never seen a referee take 5 seconds to call a penalty before, and without the linesman's flag up. If the linesman had flagged it, then it would have been nice if he'd raised his flag, so at least we knew where the call was coming from. Because if it was coming from the referee, he was certainly unsure about it. And, if you're a referee, you can't be unsure about a penalty call.
Wally Harris then drove home the spot kick for his first goal of the season.
Onstead dancing around, and the strike is a goal, and it's 2-1. And the first time this year, Colorado scores a goal on a bogus penalty kick call.
Despite some last-ditch efforts from the Rapids, San Jose was able to hang on and finish their road trip with a 2-1-1 record.
I actually told the guys, I said, if you look at the road trip coming up, if you were to say it would be 2-1-1 with the places that we've been, conditions and just overall travel and the amount of rest you get, I think you'd be happy with it. I think the game in Columbus played well. I think last week was probably our the one that we didn't really play well at. I thought tonight deserved the win. I thought we could have bagged some more goals, and all in all, team held together great. And I mean, I'm so happy we get 3 points. I told these guys that we're 8 wins now, but 1 away from all of last year. So all the credit goes to them. They were excellent tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this was huge for us, especially coming off the game last weekend where, we had such a good run leading up to it, and just felt real disappointed with what happened. And, it was still kind of a quick turnaround, and coming and playing here in some heat and altitude. So for the guys to battle and get the 2-1 win was fantastic.
The Quakes made their return to Spartan Stadium for their final match before the All-Star break to take on former team captain Jeff Agus and the Metro Stars. It was 80s night at the stadium, and the game kicked off with a rousing national anthem. The Quakes started out attacking and had a number of early opportunities to get on the board.
Looks long, Mullen over the top. Miola has to back up. The legs get tangled up, and Miola covers it up, and the Metro Stars
I thought, we played some good football tonight. I think we could have scored more than 2 goals, and it was, with the chances we were missing, it kind of kept New York in the game. But overall, the attacking play we played tonight was some of the funnest that I've seen us play this year. But I give credit to New York for keep plugging away and not getting their heads down, making it difficult for us. But I thought we were being a little bit sharper with our finishing, a little bit more deadly in front of goal. The game could have been over by 70 minutes or so, but it's life and soccer. So.
However, it was the Metro Stars that got on the board first, snapping the Quakes' home shutout streak at 537 minutes.
Metro Stars take the lead. The shutout streak has just ended for San Jose. We talked about perhaps why Suarez is in the game. There's the shot with the right foot, deflected under the crossbar.
But, as they have done all season, the Quakes came right back just a minute later with a beautiful combination.
Here's Moreno. Trying to get an equalizer back quickly. De Rosario. Mark Chung ties it.
This team does well, never puts their heads down, and I just saw De Rosario looking up to cross the ball, and I just got in behind my defender and headed it in the back of the net.
Eddie Gavin could not get goal side on him. That's a great goal for San Jose. Chung with the header. Gavin a stick.
We seem to be doing that quite often, actually. In Dallas, we did the same thing where we responded right away, and it just seems that this team is very resilient. It seems that this team is very focused on getting results, and that's part of getting results, responding to the adversity.
The teams headed to the locker room tied at the break, and a flurry of activity at the start of the second half saw the Quakes jump out to a 2-1 lead.
Save of the game, mark it there. That was an absolutely fantastic ball by Ricardo Clark. Now the Metro Stars on the attack. Calvin Ray in the middle. Lazo misses. Ibrahim, great foot save by Onstad. So the 2 great veteran goalkeepers match one another, save for save. Unbelievable action. Watch Ricardo Clark. First time perfect pass into the box. Barrett can't do it any better than that. Tony Miola comes out. Now the Metro Stars down the other way. Ibrahim kicks the airport. Chung. Mendes staying with it, but Chung beat him. Lead pass. De Rosario knocked it in front of him. Against Gavin, the shot and a goal by De Rosario. 2-1 Quakes.
It was a great ball. It was a counterattack, and I saw the whole field in front of me. And I was going down. I saw Tony Miola kind of pulling to one side of the net, and I saw the other side open. So I just put it.
San Jose continued to push forward, looking for another goal to put the game out of reach.
Nice little pass behind Suarez.
They're good. We have a lot of chances to score. Like 5, 6. To put in the net, but we didn't. But in the end, two was good, in the end, and we take it, and we know we play better, and we take and we create a lot of chances, and maybe another day we can put more goals,
Yeah, I thought it was an exciting game. We had plenty of chances, and it was an unfortunate goal that they had, deflection and went over past head. He was in good position and just got deflected. But otherwise, we had tons of chances, and the team played well. We knocked the ball around well, and it was a good win for us.
Not only did the Quakes grab 3 points, but they also pulled into a tie with FC Dallas atop the Western Conference standings. Both teams are on 34 points, 6 points ahead of the third-place Los Angeles Galaxy as the Quakes head into the All-Star break.
This week is gonna be good because last month was a little hard, for this team travel, playing in weather and really hard weather. But now we hope to continue to the same job and start the second half with the same mentality, with the same attitude, and we'll see in the end. Our first choice is make the playoff and start from there, and who knows in the end.
Again, this team does well. We knock the ball around, and it's not just one guy scoring, it's the whole team. It just comes from all angles and all players, and that's hard to defend for any team. So going into the break, that's great, and we just got to continue that on after the break.
Congratulations. I think we're in a spot which we deserve. And it all comes down to some simple things, which in this league, hard work goes a long way. And I think when you have hard work and good players combined, it's the makings of a good team. I think that's what we have here.
Now it's time for another trip to the Kitman's Corner, a trip into the domain of everyone's favorite Kitman, Malcolm Phillips. This week on Kitman's Corner, Malcolm makes soccer tennis courts in the visiting team locker room. While setting up the court, the Kitman discusses his conditioning workouts in the Mile High City.
This week.
Great. Had great workouts, especially here in Denver, where it's been like 100 degrees when I get up in the morning. Yeah. Been running hills, getting myself ready. Altitude training.
He then looks for an opponent to play, and he thinks he has found a worthy adversary in trainer Bruce Morgan.
He was afraid he was going to beat me. He didn't want to hurt me too bad. That's what it was, I reckon.
However, Bruce decides that it's not in his best interest to take on the Kitman. Since the big man from Southampton is left without a playing partner, he figures that he might as well play against himself.
This is Kitman versus Kitman in soccer tennis. Two bounces. Oh, fuck the Kitman. Bounces.
After a grueling workout, Malcolm heads right for the snack table.
Pre-game. Guys don't need this. This is bad for them. I'm just going to confiscate it. They don't need any of that.
Oh. Nice gut you have going there.
Oh, what's in there? Wow, where did that come from? Damn.
After hitting the buffet line, he lets everyone know what team provides the best food options for the visiting team locker room.
San Jose Earthquakes. I give them the best.
What's on a typical?
They get granola bars, they get chewy granola bars, they get breakfast bars, they get bananas, they get oranges. Orange wedges, I think. I think Brucey cuts them up at home while he's doing nothing all morning, while I'm slaving away in the locker room, working.
Finally, the King of Laundry thanks MLS for the Quakes' 4-game July road trip.
This is the longest Kitman 4-game road trip. I don't think I've ever done a 4-game road trip. Not even in Tampa, they weren't that stupid. Unbelievable. Thanks, League. Thanks for the schedule. 3 games a row in, was it 3 in May? 4 in a row in May, yeah, see? Kitman's getting old.
Quakes midfielder Brad Davis was added to the MLS All-Star team on Tuesday, July 26th. He and the MLS All-Stars will take on Fulham FC on Saturday, July 30th at 12:30 p.m. The game will be aired live on ABC. The Quakes are off this weekend, but they return to action on Saturday, August 6th, as they take on the Columbus Crew on Hawaiian night at Spartan Stadium at 7 p.m. One lucky fan will win a trip for two to Honolulu, and the first 7,500 fans will receive costume leis to show their aloha spirit. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster by calling 408-998-TIXS. That's it for this edition of Quakes Insider.